Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. So if you see by the title, you saw by the thumbnail, you see next to me, today we are doing a book cart tour, but it's not like your normal aesthetically pleasing book cart tour. Like, it's not, you know, oh, my TBR cart, because I just have too many books to make a TBR cart. So I need to like do something with these so then I can finally make a TBR cart. But I wanted to do a tour of this just so you guys can see. So recently I have reorganized all of my books. So now they are organized by author. Now, not like alphabetically, but basically where all my books, if I have multiple books by that author, they are on my shelves and all of their books are together. So what this cart is, books where I only have one book by that author. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this cart, or like where I'm gonna put these. I'm thinking maybe if I get like another little cube shelf and then I can put them all there, and then that way I'll actually have a physical cart that I can use as my TBR cart. So let me know what you guys think about that. Should I get it like I won't get like a really big bookshelf, but just something so that all of these can fit. It is dual sides, so it's gonna have to be maybe like a 6 cube shelf. I don't know, we will see. But we're gonna get into the video. We're gonna go through all these books here, and yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm gonna start at the top. I have tried to like organize this by color, so it's like a little bit organized, but that's really the most organization it is to this cart. But yeah, we're gonna start at the top, and then hopefully once like I get these on a shelf, then I can like get stickers and stuff that like label this as a TBR cart, because I saw some on Etsy that I really like, but I'm like, I don't have a cart to actually put them on right now. So yes, we're gonna go ahead and get started though. So we're gonna start with the red books here. So it's a mix of thriller, romance, general fiction, all of that. There's literally no rhyme or reason to it, literally just color. So yes, let's actually move you guys a little closer so you guys can see. All right, so first here I have My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing, which is supposed to be a thriller. I haven't really seen any reviews of it, but I saw it when I was like first getting into books again, and yeah, I was just like, you know, I'm gonna get it. This one by Leanne Moore. I don't know how to say her last name, guys, but I got this one because I saw Rachel Catherine talk about this one a few months back, and I've had this one probably since like November of last year, and I have not read it yet. It is supposed to be another general fiction book, from my understanding, so eventually, yes. I'm not gonna even promise you guys when I'm gonna read these, but yeah, hopefully soon. Then here I have 10 Blind Dates by Ashley Elston. I actually got this one from Barnes & Noble one day, and it was just one I saw. And then here I have some Christmas books. So I have All I Want for Christmas and The Holiday Swap, both by, oh, I didn't even realize these are both by Maggie Knox, so I can actually take these off. Then here I have An Unwanted Guest by Shari Lapina. This is another thriller. It's by the same author from The Couple Next Door. I feel like I've heard of that book, but I don't think I have it. But it does sound, the title sounds very familiar. And then here we have The Maid by Nita Prose, I think is how you pronounce it. I've never read anything by her before, but I think I got this one when I bought The Housemaid, and I don't know if they're kind of like the same. No, it's not the same, but it just says a dead body is one mess she can't clean up on her own. So sounds very interesting. I do want to do a reading thrillers for a week. So I'm hoping to get, like, when I do that, I'm hoping to get through a lot of my thrillers that I've had for a pretty long time that I have not read. So yes, hopefully I can do that soon. Then I have Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris, which I don't remember what made me buy this one, but I bought it. Okay, so those are like our reddish books. Next we're gonna go to orange. So the first one I have is The Brightest Light of Sunshine, which this one is a romance novel, and I have been seeing it everywhere on Bookstagram, and I was just like, okay, I feel like I really want this. The cover was cute, it was aesthetically pleasing, so that's how this one happened. But hopefully I can read it soon. It's by Lazina Coney, and so my goal with these, like I said, to read them eventually. I'm hoping during my book buying ban, which hasn't really been a ban, yes and no, but hopefully eventually through this book buying ban, I keep knocking out books on my physical TBR. The only thing about that, whenever I go on book buying bans, I end up reading so much on my Kindle, but I've been trying to like pick books like on my Kindle that I already have the physical copy of, so that way I'm still knocking out my physical TBR. I'm just reading it on my Kindle. So you know, you gotta finesse the system. You gotta figure out a way. But next I have Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, I think that's how you say it. Which there's like, this is a whole trilogy, and I think there's a movie for the first one if I'm correct. But that was a recommendation from one of my friends. She was like, you have to read it. So I bought it, but I haven't read it yet, of course. Next I have All This Time by Mickey Daughtry and Rachel Lipinaka, I think. But they're also the author of 5 Feet Apart, which I do have, but I have it in a hardcover. So I keep all my hardcovers together, so that's why it's not over there with this one. So it's technically classified as a one-book author. So, but then we have, I don't even want to mispronounce this, but it's The Alchemist. And it's a 25th anniversary edition, which I did not know. But yeah, I don't really know what this one is about. But I think I ended up getting it during, like, when I first started buying books, and I was just literally buying every book that I was seeing recommendations for. So that's probably how that one happened. This one is also another Christmas book, and it's called Always in December. So like I said, hopefully I get to read a lot of these Christmas books actually around the holiday time. And then I have This Close to Okay by Lester Cross Smith, which this one is also a, I think it's kind of like general fiction, but it's also, it may be a little romance, I'm not sure. But I saw one of my Booksta besties on Bookstagram review this one, and so that's what made me get this one. Her review was phenomenal, and so I immediately went to Amazon and got it. This one here, Where the Crawdads Sing, I actually have read this one, and I have the hardcover, but I don't know if I already sold it, but it is listed on my Pango Books if you guys want the hardcover of it. I didn't really like it enough for me to keep the hardcover, so I was like, oh, I'll keep the paperback. And yeah, I have friends who wants to read it, so I'm like, I'll just let them borrow it. But yeah, next we have Alex Approximately, and this is supposed to be like a summer romance. I don't remember how I ended up getting this one, like if it was a recommendation or if it was just a cover thing, but yeah, it's been on my TBR for a while. Like, it's actually been a book I've been eyeing, especially with summertime, so we will see. It's actually another book called Starry Eyes by her. I don't know if it's in the same world or if it's just another novel, but yeah, it seems like a really good book, and it is a romance novel at that. Okay, so those are our red and orange books. So next we have our blue books. So I'm gonna actually push this back, and then we're gonna have to bring the camera down, so give me a second, guys. Hi friends. Okay, so we are on the ground now. But also there's like I have just like little messenger canvas totes when I go to bookstores. That's what those are. But okay, yes, now we have Actually, both of these are blue. Let's move this back a little so you guys can probably see it a little bit better. But yes, they're both blue, and there's a little purple. So yeah, we're gonna go through these, and then we'll flip over to the other side and go over all the other ones. But here, which I'm not probably gonna take all of these out because they're a little weird. They're a little tight in here. But yes, here we have the Lonely Hearts Book Club. I honestly can't see who this is by. Lucy Gilmore. I saw it in Barnes & Noble. It was actually like their book club pick or something of the month. And it sounds more like it is a general fiction is what I'm trying to think of. And I think it's like about a young girl who actually ends up becoming friends with like older people who are in a book club. I don't know, y'all, don't quote me on that. I could just be honestly making that up. But then here I have Meet Me Under the Mistletoe by, okay, let's take this one out. It's by Jenny Bayliss. So another Christmas book. And then we have, oh gosh, Everything I Know About Parties, Dance, Friends, Jobs, Love by Dolly Alderton. And it's actually a Peacock streaming now, which I did not know, but it's a memoir. So more like general well, it's a memoir. That's really what it is. But then I have Mary Jane by Jessica Anaya Blau, I think is how you pronounce it. But this is more of a general fiction. It's actually about a girl who goes, I think it's the family that she babysits for or something, and she just realizes how different they are from like her normal lifestyle, just like the way they live. But it is a really good book. I think it's very good for summer also. It gives me very much summer vibes. But then here I have the Mixtape by Brittany Cherry. Honestly don't know what it's about, couldn't tell you, but I like the cover and I kept seeing it on Bookstagram, so that's what made me get it. And I will show you guys the cover if I can get it out of here. It's like one of the taller books, so it's like I can't get it out, guys. I'm gonna have to move some more books before I try to get it out. Wait, we're gonna get this out. It can come out, I'm like sure of it. Oh, it's a paperback. Okay, there we go. This is the cover, guys. That's so cute. I had to get it. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Okay. Next we have Love and Chai and Other Four-Letter Words. I actually got this one on a blind date with the book from Barnes & Noble. And I did like a little romance thing, so this was the one that I ended up getting. So yeah, it sounds interesting, and hopefully I will choose to read it one day. I'm not going to even sit here and say when I'm going to read it, but it gives me Christmas vibes, so it may be something in the winter time. Then I have The Situationships by Marina. I don't know the last name. Next here I have The Song of Achilles, which I think is like Greek mythology and like romance. So I hear it makes people cry. I don't know. I just like haven't read much Greek mythology now that I think about it. And I'm just not sure if it's going to be something I enjoy. Eventually when I'm ready to dabble into something else, that probably will be the book that I choose, but right now I'm like I haven't really dived into Greek mythology, I guess. But next I have Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls. I honestly don't know who this is by, but yes. And then I have How It Feels to Float, and this one is by Helena Fox, which her name sounds so familiar. I feel like I have another book by her, but I may be wrong. But I saw this one on the young adult table in Barnes & Noble, and it was buy one get one 50% off. And so I just need another book, and I was like, oh, this could be good, you know. It could be one that I need to read, one I need to get out of my head, you know. Next I have 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, which I do know is a romance, and I believe it's actually like about authors as well. Like I think they're like both authors. So hopefully I do read that one soon. Next I have Indigo Eyes by Maeve Hazel. I think that's how you pronounce it, but this was a fake dating romance. Y'all, I love this one so much. I think I gave it 4 stars. But it's so cute, and it's very much like, it's so different from like what you normally will read in a fake dating romance. Like even the characters, like the main female character was very different, which I really liked though. It was a very good opportunity to just kind of dive into like different writing, and it is a indie author, so I love that too. But next I have the X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Y'all, why do I feel like I've like said that name? Am I crazy? Have I said that name already? Yes, that one was had been pretty popular like on TikTok, so that's how that one became about. Then I have The Upside of Falling, which is by Alex Light. It's actually a Wattpad story, so well, Wattpad turned published. Then I have The Best Worst Man by Mia Sosa. We have In a New York Minute by Kate Spencer, which I actually started listening to this on Libby, so I listened to the audio version, but I didn't get far into it. I was listening to it while I was at work, and so I just couldn't really get into it as much as I wanted to. And then I have The Man I Never Met by Elle Cook. So that is that one. But then on the bottom here, I have a few fantasy. So I have To Kill a Kingdom, Sorcery of Thorns, and then I have They Both Die at the End. Y'all, did y'all see that lightning? It's like about to thunder here. And it's World Book Lovers Day. And I was hoping to go to Books A Million just to roam around, because this is the one day out of my book buying ban I'm like, it's calls for. And now if it's thundering, I'm just gonna want to sit on the couch and read. So we will see. I hear it. Do you guys hear that? Oh my gosh. I need to go soon because it's already 5 something and they close at 8. So if I'm gonna go, I need to go soon. But anyways, yes, we have They Both Die at the End by y'all, Johnny Silva. Why do I want to say Johnny Silva? Adam Silvera, that's the name. I was close, y'all. I was close. Then I have The Light We Lost by Jill Santopolo. I think that's how you say it. And then here we have Outfox by Sandra Brown. Two Truths and One Lie by Meg Mitchell Moore. I love MMM. That's smart. And then I have The Last Mrs. Parrish, which I think they say this one is almost kind of like The Housemaid. Let me know if that's true. I do want to read it though, but I'm like, well, I need to like, I read The Housemaid earlier this year, so I'm just not sure I really want to read a book about the same exact, like with the same storyline yet. Yeah, I need to give it some time. And then here we have The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. And then Girls Like Us. And then we have Kiss Her Once for Me by, hold on, Allison Cotron. This is also a holiday book. I actually have the hardcover, which I am selling on my Pango Books account. So if you guys want the hardcover of this, check out my Pango Books, which I will list in the description. Then we have Meant to Be by Lauren Jackson. And then I have The Way I Used to Be, which I actually saw today on Amazon that there's a second book coming out, and it's called The Way I Am Now. So, and I think it comes out in November of this year, or maybe it was next year, one of those. But I will make sure I read that one. I'll read this one before that one comes out. And then I have My Dark Vanessa, In Too Deep, and You've Reached Sam, which I read on a reading vlog. I think it was my 24-hour reading vlog challenge, which you guys should definitely go see my reaction to this book, because yes, I was sobbing. And then I have You Were There Too by Colleen Oakley. So yes, that is this side here. I'll show you guys. But yes, that's what this one looks like. So yeah, I tried to like I said, there's like blues and purples down here. It's very much not, it's not shade organized. It's just, you know, if it's blue, it goes there. But yeah, we're gonna switch over to the other side and I'll show you guys what's on that side. Okay guys, we're halfway there. I cannot believe this. I thought this was gonna take so much longer than it's actually taking. So I'm gonna start at the bottom since we're already down here, and then we'll move up to the top. But here I have The Contract by Tannen. It's actually a debut novel, and I actually got this one by accident. I ordered books from Target and they sent it to me. Like, this was not one I ordered, but it was in the package. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna take it and hopefully, you know, I'll read it. It says rules are made to be broken, but just how far would you go? And like I said, it's a debut novel. It's a novel. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'll read it soon, because like I said, it sounds really good. And you know, it was a free book, so okay. But here I have The Wicked Aftermath. Wait, you guys can't see that, Jasmine? Okay, here I have The Wicked Aftermath by Melissa Foster. I actually think I have it on my Kindle as well, but I digress from that. Then I have The Devil You Know by, I think this is by Elizabeth Ozark. Guys, why do I feel like I said that name already too? I'm gonna have to like go through, once I put them, like once I get a shelf to put them in, I'll be able to see which ones I really have 2 books of, but I don't know. Then I have The Dare, which this one was actually in my recent book haul. And then I have Ash Princess, and then what is this one? Vespertine, which I got that one off the fantasy table at Barnes and Noble, so that's how that one came about. The Circle by Madeline Miller, which I think that's also kind of like a Greek mythology. I could be wrong, but let me know if you've read it. Then we have The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, so it's supposed to be like a thriller. Then I have Defiant Heart, Little Secrets, Sharp Objects, The Woman in the Window, She's Gone, If We Were Villains, In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, The Secret History of Donna Tartt. Wait, it may be by Donna Tartt, and it's just called, yeah, okay, it's just called The Secret History by Donna Tartt. And then I have This Is How It Ends by, oh guys, these books are like sometimes so hard to get out, like, but This Is How It Ends by Marieke Nijkamp. Actually this one sounds really interesting, and I think it's about a boy. Okay, yeah, it says everyone has a reason to fear the boy with a gun. And on the back it has like timestamps, so maybe it's like a, oh wow, literally from 10 a.m. to 10:05 someone starts shooting. So yeah, I am excited to read this one soon. I wonder if they like know who it is, or if they're going to try to figure it out. We'll see, but I will make that one of my priority soons. All right, so next on this one, I have The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. I actually downloaded it on Libby, but then I didn't read it in time. So eventually I'll probably just actually read the book instead of doing the audio. I really love the cover of this one. I think it was also in one of my book hauls. But then I have Float by I won't say Kate Spencer, but it's not Kate Spencer, it's Kate Marchant, and it's a Wattpad book that got published. And I think it's her first one, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston, that's how you pronounce it. Luckiest Girl Alive, An Unexpected Paradise, Same Time Next Summer, which this one I actually do want to read probably next month. It was one of the books I bought for like before my book buying ban just started, and y'all, the lady at Target was so nice because I originally couldn't find it, and it was on their website saying it was in stock, so I was like, do you guys have it? And y'all, she was so sweet. She actually went and searched for it and she found it, so thank you to her, thank you so much. But then I have Clean by Juno Dawson. First of all, can we talk about this cover? Like, guys, this is beautiful. But this was also a Rachel Catherine recommendation. You guys know if she recommends it, at this point I'm gonna buy it. Like, all her recommendations have been great so far. So I don't remember what this one is about, but oh, it's Gossip Girls Goes Rehab. That's what the thing says, so we'll see. And then I have Serenading Heartbreak. This is supposed to be a sad book, supposed to make you cry, and I bought it when I was like, I want a book that makes me cry, and I haven't read it yet, but it's supposed to do that, so we will see. Then I have Audrey J. Cole, The Final Hunt, which is, I don't think it's a thriller. It may be like a mystery if it comes out. Do you guys see how I have to, okay. It's alone in a hunting cabin off-grid in an untamed wilderness. How does a marriage come to this? So, looks like it could be interesting. After John disappeared while hunting, presumed dead from a bear attack, Cameron found the crime photos. Oh, wow. Okay. Y'all, this sounds very interesting. This is going to be, oh gosh. I got to remember that I like the description of it, so I remember to read it. Then here I have Under the Sycamore Tree by B. Celeste. Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. We have Every Last Word by, I think it's Emma Stone. No, it's Tamara Ireland Stone. Don't know how I got that wrong. Then we have In 5 Years by Rebecca Searle. And y'all, this cover is so cute. I bought it when I first got back into reading, so hopefully I read that one soon. Then we have One Day in December by Josie Silvera. That's another Christmas book. And then we have Suicide Notes by, last name is Ford, it looks like, but what's the first name? Michael Thomas Ford. And it's Sometimes You Need to Rewrite Your Life. So I don't know, if I remember correctly, okay, yeah, it's about a guy in a psychiatric ward. So I don't really know the premise of it, but it sounds good and I got it, so we'll see. Okay guys, if you have made it to this part, I commend you, because you have listened to me talk. I don't even know how long this video is gonna be. But yes, we're at the home stretch, and this is the last of books where I only have one book by that author. As we see, obviously we found a book where I had two and they were literally right next to each other, so don't know how that happened, but okay. So here I have The Two of Us by Taylor Torres. I actually had this one. I don't know if she like did a re-release in like a different cover, because y'all, I've had this one for a while. I've had it for a really long time. So when she did the, like, when it was all over social media, like her a release of it, I was like, there must be like a new cover or something, because like I said, I've had this one for a long time. I have to go through my Amazon history and see when I ordered it, but I'm pretty sure I've had it for a while. So let me know if you guys know, was it just like a re-release of a new cover? Let me know. But then I also have My Fault by Mercedes Run, which I saw Kiera from TikTok, or Book Talk. There was a movie for this one and she loves the movie. And so she was talking about the book, so that's what made me get that one. Eventually, I'm probably gonna make sure I read the book first before I watch the movie, because I've become that person now. But yeah, we will see. And then I have The Infinity Between Us by Ennis Perkins. I've actually been reading, what's the other one? Our Final Love Song, Our Final Story. Can't remember the title offhand, but I have that one on my Kindle. But I actually do want the paperback of it, so then hopefully I'll have 2 books by her. So we will see. Then I have Authentically Izzy by Pepper Basham. I actually had 2 copies of this. So one is listed on my Pango Books if you guys want the other copy of it. But this was another I got from Barnes & Noble's off like the buy one get one 50% table. And I honestly don't know what it's about, but it's she finds contentment in fresh airing books. The trouble is it worked. So it's a romance novel, but I don't really, that's a lot to read, so I don't want to do all that. But yeah, it's a romance novel. Next I have Hall in My Heart, which this one was actually sent to me by the author. And it's a young widow seeks her new solo way in the world when her mother-in-law introduces her to the family's oldest and dearest friend. So yeah, it sounds interesting, and hopefully I get to read it soon. I love that it's pink though. Can y'all tell I'm a pink girly? Yeah, I'm a pink girly. So that's, I love the cover. But yeah, like I said, hopefully I get to read it soon. Then we have There's Something About Mary, which is also another Christmas novel. Y'all, I'm excited for Christmas this year. I mean, Christmas is like my favorite holiday, but I am really hoping to get through, like, I may just make December like a month of all Christmas books. Like, they'll help me get through my TBR, all my Christmas books TBR. But next I have The Roommate by Rosie Danan, which I have been seeing this one a lot. I honestly kept passing it up whenever I saw it at Barnes and Noble. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the cover, so that was like kind of making me steer away from it. But I had kept seeing it like randomly on Book Talk or Bookstagram. It wasn't like it was like everywhere, but it was enough places where I was like, okay, let me like read what it's about. And so I did finally cave and get it, even though I'm not really a big fan of the cover, but we'll get past that. Hopefully the book is good. Next I have Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I just lost my I almost lost my train of thought, but I actually just saw today that the movie finally has a set release date, which I think at some point this month, I think August 19th. I may be making that up, but I saw a date for it. So I will be adding that to my immediate TBR soon. Then I have The Grace Year, which this one was, I think it was in a book haul recently, I don't know, but I did get it recently, like more recent, like in the last 2 months. And I believe it's dystopian, and it's basically about girls where they end up disappearing, I think, for like their 16th birthday. Yes, so girls are banished for their 16th birthday to release their magic into the wild so they can return purified and ready for marriage. So yeah, I've seen mixed reviews about this one, but I eventually do want to get to it. It sounds like it has something mentioning the Hunger Games. It's kind of okay, yeah, it's a speculative YA thriller in the vein of the Hunger Games and the Power. So I will be adding that also to my immediate TBR, hopefully. Then I have Tell Me Lies by Carola Lovering. I read this one back in January, and then after I read it, I actually did start watching the show on Hulu, which I did enjoy it. I only got, I think, to like maybe 3 or 4 episodes. Honestly, I think what makes me not want to watch it is the guy is just not attractive in the show, which even in the book they say he's not that attractive. Like, he's not just your drop dead gorgeous kind of guy that like how usually romance books like recommend. But also, this isn't a romance book, this is a toxic book. This is toxicity at its finest. So I can't even say I was expecting like a drop, but you would think how toxic it was that you would think that the guy character was at least better looking than what he looked on the show. So I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying not to be mean, but that's just how I feel about it. He was just not as attractive. They do change a few things in the storyline, which I mean, I did like it still. But yeah, I think like after reading the book, I had this picture of what the characters would look like, and the guy did not deliver. It did not deliver what I thought he would look like. His name is Steven. Yeah, I think that's, yeah. But yeah, it's if you don't like toxic books, definitely don't read it. Like I said, I like the book, but the show, yeah, they need to recast Steven, just literally for the looks. Like, I really wish he was a super attractive guy in the book too. Well, next I have Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute, by Chloe Brown. No, but not by Chloe Brown, by Talia Hibbert. I saw Chloe Brown because she gave like a little snippet, and I actually have a few books by her. But yeah, this one is a YA book, and I believe it's these two used to be like best friends, like they grew up by each other, but then they end up not being friends. I don't know if it's like because of an argument or it just like grew apart, but I think they end up having they go like on a school trip or something where they end up going together. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I will be reading it soon, but it's not on my priority TBR. Next I have Love in the Time of Serial Killers, by Alicia Thompson. I honestly don't know what this one is about, but it says here it's by a little snippet by Ali Hazelwood. The true crime is not reading this novel, and Ali Hazelwood wrote it, so I will be reading this because I am an Ali Hazelwood stan, like hands down. She is one of my favorite authors, so I will be reading this. It says one woman is going to have to learn how to give love a chance when she's used to suspecting the worst in this fresh romantic comedy. Okay, but so I think there's maybe a true crime act. Oh yeah, a criminally addictive romance. Okay, yeah, that's what that one is about. Next we have The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. I got this one also from Barnes, and this one, it's literally what the title is. It's The Nanny. It's a romance featuring the nanny, and I don't know if it's a single father or not, but it says if Ali Hazelwood and Tessa Bailey had a spicy baby. And I think this one was also in one of my book hauls, and I literally read that and I was like, okay, that's enough for me to read it. But yeah, I think it is. Oh, there's OnlyFans. It says, looks like the female main character OnlyFans account or something. I don't know. Okay, yeah, but it is a single dad, so we love a good single dad trope. After I've read Heartless, I am all for the single dad trope. Yeah, that's me now. But then I have Last Chance Books by Kelsey Rodkey. I actually got this one because I saw Haley talk about this one. I think I've had it for a minute now, but I want to say that's what I end up getting it for. But it's book lovers can be haters too. But it is a romance, but I don't know. Oh no, it looks like it's bookstores. They may be like both bookstore owners. We'll see. Hopefully I'll read it soon. And then I have My Year of Rest and Relaxation, which is more like a general fiction book, and it's basically about a girl, if I remember correctly. She just ends up like taking a year off of life, if I think. Okay, yeah, it's the shocking and strangely tender story of a young woman's efforts to duck the ills of the world with the help of one of the worst psychiatrists in the annals of literature. It looks like it's told in third person. So yeah, I've had it for a while also, and I don't know when I'm gonna read it, honestly. I'm not gonna even sit here and be like, oh, I'm gonna read it then, because I don't know. It doesn't sound, it sounds interesting, but it doesn't sound interesting right now, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't sound like something I'm in the mood for. So yeah. But that is this book cart, guys. So like I said, the goal is to get a shelf to put these on, and hopefully I get that soon. I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it. But since I did organize all my books, I do want to let you guys know I will be filming my part 2 of my bookshelf tour, which I think I said this in the part 1, but it'll be all the books in my room, which is more like my romance books that I have by multiple authors and series. So like how the ones we did at first were more like my fantasy and dark romance. So yeah, there I have like all my Monica Murphy, my Elsie Silver, Tessa Bailey, all of that. But yes, that is these books, and let me know what book videos you guys want to see coming up. We're getting into the fall season, so life is not going to be as busy, so I am super excited to film a bunch of content for you guys, and hopefully I can start posting twice a week. We shall see. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.